Welcome to the Monday evening masterclass. We are going to do an Ayurvedic talk that is appropriate for the season. We are in Vata season. Vata is the elements of ether and air. It means that as we move through the year, we go through different seasons and different elements begin to show up. So like I always try to explain, in summertime, summer's really easy to identify because it gets hot. So the fire element is the element that is showing up. The elements that are starting to dominate the atmosphere are ether and air. Things are becoming more variable. It means that there's a lot more change going on. We're going to have days that are warm, days that are cold, days that are windy, and it can change even throughout the day. It can start out sunny, then go cold. There's a lot less consistency in Vata season. Vata season is going to encompass fall through winter. It's a more harsh time of the year. The elements of Vata, ether, air, are going to bring in cold, more harsh weather. Like I said, more variable weather, up and down, up and down. And what happens when life is up and down, right? When you're dealing with a roller coaster, let's say you're dealing with a roller coaster in your life with just life, it's hard to manage. It's hard to manage, and people start getting they lose their stability. They get out of control sometimes. And so what happens is Vata within our own body starts getting pushed on. Now, if you already have a lot of Vata in your body, you were born that way, that's part of your dominant dosha, it's really going to be absolutely essential that you start grounding your life, creating more routine, getting more sleep, being consistent in how you live, really bringing in foods that nourish. Those Vata foods are very, very important for those of you who are Vata individuals. Now, there's also Vata imbalances, which means that you are living in a way that is causing a Vata imbalance. What does that mean? It means that you're eating inconsistent types of foods, different kinds of foods at different times. You have lack of routine. You have a lot of change going on in your life. You changed jobs. You've changed relationships. You're changing the time that you go to bed every night. You stay up sometimes, you go to bed early. You're not being consistent in your life. So what you're doing is you're causing variable conditions. You are doing it with how you are choosing to live. And then when the environment is also doing that and you're doing it, those two things mixed together cause a Vata imbalance. So you may not be a Vata dominant dosha constitution, but you can have Vata showing up as the dominant dosha, causing an imbalance for you. I get it a lot. People come in for consultations and they'll tell me, oh, I took the test online and it says I'm a Vata. And then they show up and they are not a Vata at all. They're not even close to a Vata constitution. However, because of how they are living, they are Vata imbalanced. Okay? So you can either be Vata constitution or you can have a Vata imbalance. It doesn't matter. It's dominating you. And now we are in Vata season, which means that those Vata aggravations start showing up. Okay, how do they show up? All of a sudden, you start feeling more uneasy, more unstable inside, more scattered. You start probably experiencing more anxiety. And then the big one that starts happening is sleep starts getting disrupted. People who have a lot of Vata tend to have nightmares. They wake up in the night. They have more disruptive sleep, and they could develop insomnia. In Ayurveda, there are 3 pillars of that we want to bring into balance. They're the three main pillars of Ayurveda. And my job as an Ayurvedic practitioner is to work with each person and bring those three pillars into balance. The first one is digestion. The second one is energy. And the last one is sleep. If you have disruption in these three pillars, you are going to experience life is going to be less comfortable. So if you can balance those three pillars, life is good. You are going to have a good quality of life and you're going to have sustained health. Okay. So the three pillars are important. And when we are in Vata season, we are wanting to make sure we bring in more routine. We bring in consistency. We bring in more stability. We pay attention to our sleep, making sure that we have a good nighttime routine that supports sleep. Okay, so I'm just going to talk a little bit about sleep tonight. Anxiety is another thing that happens. Fears all of a sudden start showing up when you're Vata and causing anxiety. Sometimes there is a deep underlying anxiety. People can't really pinpoint, this is happening in my life and this is why it's causing anxiety. They don't have that. They don't know why they're having anxiety. If that's happening, it means that your central nervous system has been triggered and you are in fight flight. You are walking around stressed out all the time and you can't calm it down. So you've got to take measures to help calm things down. We have treatments in Ayurveda that help calm down the nervous system. The bliss treatment is wonderful. It has the Shirodara. Caitlin, you've done that. It's wonderful. And it is very grounding, very stabilizing. It calms the body down, calms the mind down. It clears the mind and it helps to start stabilizing. You do want to be consistent. My clients that come in on a consistent basis, they get into, I had a gal today, she's consistent. She comes in every month, once a month. And she now is so used to that treatment that as soon as we do the Shirodara part with the oil moving across the forehead, boom, she's asleep. And she sleeps for 30 minutes. It's fantastic. She just loves it. Okay, so that is something that you can do to support yourself with insomnia. So insomnia is a Vata disorder. It is specifically Vata, and now we're in Vata season. So if you've got sleep disruptions starting to happen, or they've been going on for a while, better get a handle on it. No TV at night. Stop stimulating your eyes. The eyes get overstimulated, and it is way harder to have a good night's sleep. The other thing that you want to do is you can do golden turmeric milk, which if you haven't tried that, please reach out to me. I will email you the recipe. It is so good. It's delicious. Or you can do warm milk and add a pinch of nutmeg and cardamom. Okay. So it's also doing almonds without the skin. So what you do is you soak the almonds, peel off the skin, and then you can have almonds. And almonds are also supportive for sleep. And cherries are also good for mental fatigue and stress. And they can help with insomnia. So 10 to 20 cherries, probably good to help elimination as well. Tomato juice, unless you are a Pitta. If you're not a Pitta, you can have tomato juice because tomato juice is a nightshade and it will aggravate heat in the body. Okay, so tomato juice, 1 cup with 2 tablespoons of natural sugar, 2 pinches of nutmeg, and you have it 4 or 5 in the afternoon, and have it also between 6 and 7 after you eat dinner, and it should help you get a good night's sleep. I know, isn't it cool? We're having all these really interesting things. Herbal remedies, there's a bunch of them out there. There's lots of wonderful sleep formulations at the different health food stores. They work. They work. We do not actually recommend melatonin because it starts affecting your hormone levels. And so if you are going to supplement for insomnia and trying to support sleep, do it more with the herbs. So you can find herbal supplements. We have them in Ayurveda as well. And valerian, chamomile, ashwagandha, all of those are really, really beneficial. Just having chamomile tea might help you. Okay, if you're having insomnia and it's not super extreme, have some chamomile sleepy time tea. It helps. Okay. Also, warm oil massage at night, and then massaging your feet, because you can help really relax the body when you massage the feet. Again, nutmeg, but you have to be careful not to overdo nutmeg because nutmeg is an opioid. So just a pinch of nutmeg, quarter teaspoon at the most. Taking a hot bath at night. Why do we take a hot bath? You take a hot bath because what you're doing is you're supporting what your body is naturally doing hormonally. So the hormones that are being released in the body are going to increase temperatures, and that will help you fall asleep. So taking a warm bath at night supports what hormonally is happening in your body. Another great way to relax the body. And also yoga nidra. If you haven't tried yoga nidra, I have a really great yoga nidra that I found, you guys. It's only 16 minutes long. I can definitely text that to you. I really, really like it. I'm sending it to a lot of my clients because it's quick and easy. But if you want the longer ones, that's fine. Find one that resonates with you. Everybody likes a different voice, a different sound. I'm definitely that way. I tend to do better with people who have a certain tone in their voice. High-pitched voices don't work for me. Okay, Soham meditation, because Soham is going to settle and calm Vata. It's a very, very calming meditation mantra. So those are the things that you can do, some great things that you can do that Ayurveda suggests for Vata disruption, and also insomnia or sleep disruptions. Okay, if you have any questions, reach out to me. I would love to support you guys as we move into this new season and all of the elements that are showing up now, those Vata elements that are causing lots of variable conditions. Reach out to me, aspiredelements@gmail.com. Let's start our class. Vata reducing class tonight.